Here's the former Saint and Viking Morten Andersen to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Morten Andersen now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Following the touchdown, here's Andersen to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Watch the pass. Right there, 54.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
54. Mike, 54. Here we go, D. Get off the field. 54 is Mike. 54.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And this is caught by Jackson. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 68 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
These two teams all tied after one. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A pickup of 5 yards. First down, Dallas. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
55 is mine, guys. 55.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is Miller, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. A nice run leaves them just inches from a first. Could they possibly be tempted to try this on 4th and about a foot?
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it. and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Anderson's kick is good, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the posts. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They run again with Jackson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him, because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well, and he just provided one.
That's caught by Jackson. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here's Kevin Huber now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense got to stop, force the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Shotgun now from Murray. Able to shake him off. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. From the gun, Murray. And that's caught by Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 1st down carry for Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Again, it's Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Back to throw, Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
Well, it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes.
Taking it right down Broadway. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. It's caught. Cooper. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Wilson. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? With the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through, all the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Following the touchdown, here's Anderson to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that